We keep the prelims moving now with a contract weight bout at 120 pounds. Set for 3 2-minute rounds presented by Graphic Nature Custom Design Services and Printing. We now introduce you first to Punch Edibles blue corner. She stands 5'3", 121 1/4 pounds. Entering the cage tonight with an amateur record even, 4 wins, 4 losses. Fighting out of El Nino Training Center from Hayward, California. She fights out of San Francisco, California, Stacy Moran. And now we introduce her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the Punch Edibles red corner at 5'6", weighing in at 118 3/4 pounds, returning to A1 Combat, 0-2 early as an amateur, a member of Standalone MMA from Chico, California, Callie Swarthout. Your referee, David Shirley.
David Shirley drawing his first assignment for the night, and obviously Stacy Moran also representing the scrap pack. Three rounds, 2 minutes each. Once again, both fighters do not have 3 fights under their belts in the case of Swarthout, so we have 3 2-minute rounds here with the shin guards.
Really interesting bout here for our second fight of the night, Johnny. Like I said, both based in Muay Thai, but as you mentioned, Swarthout really closing the gap on that grappling, and in her last match going against national wrestling champion Sabrina Kuna, so definitely had to work on her grappling for that one. I'm wondering if she can implement it here tonight against the much more experienced Stacy Moran. And
in a fight like that for Swarthout, I mean, talk about a learning experience. You could gain a lot more in a fight like that, and you know, Swarthout appears to be a bit quicker early on here.
Yeah, Swarthout definitely coming out, using her footwork, using her head movement in and out, as opposed to the very traditional Muay Thai style of Stacy Moran as she pressures and walks down Callie Swarthout. Swarthout needs to be careful, though, as she jumps in on those exchanges, because she is getting tagged on the counter strikes by Stacy Moran.
She did expect to be the more aggressive of the two, and there a right hand finds a home there. Once again, we don't see a clock.
Stacy Swarthout now has Moran up to the cage. Heavy knees in this position from the clinch, looking to wear down Moran a little bit and maybe see a little bit of that wrestling and grappling that we previously touched on.
Nice knee by Moran, follows up again.
Beautiful knees from both girls, and Swarthout doing a great job of breaking dirty, striking as they disengage, and immediately back to moving.
Nice right hand out of the clinch as well by Swarthout. Seconds left here in the first round.
Swarthout, as you mentioned, seemingly with the speed advantage, but Moran's doing a great job of tagging her with those counter strikes, because when she jumps in, her chin is sky high. She needs to be careful she doesn't get tagged, but heavy blows from Swarthout, and Moran is the one to change levels and get in on the takedown.
Strong way to end the first round for Stacy Moran, who trains under Gilbert Melendez at El Nino. Currently a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Definitely competitive first round, although that is quite the welts over the right eye of Stacy Moran.
Yeah, certainly. I think that popped up in that last exchange. Swarthout definitely, yeah, unleashing a little bit there.
Could have been the right hand out of the clinch there towards the end, but difficult to really know.
Yeah, definitely. And just to touch a little bit more on the rule set, amateurs, so those knees to the body were definitely adding up. Not able to knee to the head because we're not yet in the professional ranks, like with elbows, shin pads, and 2-minute time due to Swarthout being under that 3-fight threshold for the commission.
And the prelims, we have a great variety of fights for you tonight. 4 of the fights will be 2-minute rounds, and then the final 4 will be 3 3-minute rounds, with the final 3 fights being title fights. A lot of 3s tonight.
Perfect. All right, ladies, round 2.
Round 2 underway.
So round 1 ended with Moran changing her levels and looking to engage in the wrestling a little bit. I'll be curious to see if that's something she's looking to implement a little bit more in this second round, as Swarthout is doing a great job of using her footwork and her head movement to just rack up the points with the judges for significant strikes.
Moran says that She certainly feels like she has the better ground game, although Swarthout's been focusing heavy at standalone on grappling, but no doubt she would like to keep this fight vertical if the first round was any indication.
As we spoke on it, Moran looking to try to engage in the body lock position, but Swarthout immediately able to take control and break, get back to her striking. She's having a lot of success with her hands, is Swarthout. She's kind of trying to mix the kicks in a little bit to keep Moran guessing, and in on the double leg is Swarthout, gets the finish with 1 minute left on the clock, Johnny.
Fantastic level change there by Swarthout, and charged all the way across the cage and stuck with it, and successful single leg.
Great job from Swarthout. She has Moran's head against the cage and her hips controlled here. It's going to be really hard for Moran to get her hips back to the cage and start to work up, which we see Moran attempting to do here.
Swarthout staying very active, though. It appears that perhaps she's trying to, well, it looked like she was trying to move into side control, but right now still in full guard.
Yeah, this is a great position for Swarthout. You know, she has Moran's head against the cage. She's able to block those submission attempts of Moran that's getting thrown up, and she's controlling the hips, able to land damage. She doesn't really need to rush this pass here.
Oh, it appeared for a second Moran was trying to lock in that left arm of Swarthout, but to no avail.
She's doing a great job here with the head pressure, too. If you notice, she's right under the chin of Moran, making this position uncomfortable. Doing a great job respecting that high guard from Moran. And you got to argue that Swarthout has got to be 2 rounds up now as we enter into this last 10 seconds.
And that'll do it for the second round, and have to agree with you there, Corey, that Swarthout, that level change about halfway through the second round, she remained in control for the rest.
Yeah, she did a great job of controlling Moran. I think we're about to get a replay here. Scrappy punches, mixing in that leg kick to disguise her hands is Swarthout, and that's great. That keeps Moran guessing, and she's able here to change the levels, get in on the leg, and she runs her all the way back to the cage to secure that takedown.
She didn't get very low on that takedown, but she had enough of a bull rush to where she was finally able to get Moran down.
Yeah, and you got to think, I think that definitely secures that second round. I think arguably we could give her the first. So coming out in this third, you got to think that the Moran corner has got to be lighting a fire under her a little bit to go out and take it out of the judges' hands.
Very similar to our opening bout tonight. Hey Amateke essentially was down 2 rounds to 0, at least by our indications, and was able to lock in a very inventive TP choke to score the victory in the closing seconds of the third round. Let's see what Stacy Moran has. Good start there by Swarthout.
Heavy check hook lands from Moran, though, as Swarthout lunges in. And she's got to be careful with that chin up so high. She's doing a great job landing heavy blows, but she does have to be careful she does not get tagged because Moran has some heat behind those shots.
It's a nice combination there by Swarthout, but she ends up on her back foot after she throws her final strike.
Yeah, Moran looking now to secure a takedown of her own in on that body lock. And one thing she's not doing that Swarthout was is that head positioning that I touched on, and that enabled Swarthout to reverse Moran in this position and put her onto the cage.
Very active cage work here by both women. Oh, nice combination.
Knees that we saw in the first round. Breaks dirty, back in on her range. Swarthout's doing a great job of dictating where this fight goes here. She's
really good out of the clinch, too. That's the second time now she's able to land a strike when they disengage. And you're right, Corey. She is really dictating the pace here in this third round. High volume. Oh, nice right hand.
1 minute left to go in the third round. I think Moran's definitely going to have to press some urgency here. One thing to note also is Swarthout is not just throwing one shot. You know, she lands one, she throws 2, 3 behind it, and that's going to add up in terms of significant strikes should we see the judges' scorecards.
Swarthout likes to throw the right kick as she follows up with an overhand right. She's done that a number of times so far.
Walking forward is Moran. No respect for Swarthout's shots as she tries to walk through them to land some heavy blows of her own. But we have 25 seconds left on the scorecard. Beautiful body kick from Swarthout.
Nice jab by Moran. This is a third round where both women are absolutely going for it, not wanting it to go to the judges. Nice combination. Good flurry there by Swarthout, but a jab lands for Moran in the closing seconds.
Potentially looking to change the levels there again was Moran, but Swarthout again able to dictate where that fight goes. And you've got to think she is up 3 there, Johnny.
That third round was very competitive, though, but you are correct. I would say, you know, you're the fighter. You definitely saw Swarthout landing more shots overall. If we're going by signs of damage, you'd probably also have to lean a little more towards Swarthout as well.
But great job from both of these ladies. I mean, what a pace to push. With only 2 minutes in these rounds, there's no time to waste, no filling out process, and both ladies got straight to the action here.
They absolutely did, as Moran coming in 4-4 in her amateur career, and now for the 9th time, every single fight she has gone the distance, whereas Swarthout came in very motivated to score her first victory in her career. Let's check out the closing moments of that third round.
Both of these girls swinging in the last few moments of this round, trying to secure that win with the judges. And both of these girls had great shining moments within the clinch. You know, those knees were absolutely beautiful. Just imagine what they're going to be capable of once they hit those pro ranks and they're able to land those to the head.
As we await the scorecards from the judges, once again, we have 3 title fights on the prelims. The A1 Combat lightweight title. And then in the co-main event, the A1 Combat bantamweight. And in the main, the A1 Combat welterweight title. All 3 titles currently vacant in the amateur division. And they will all have new homes after tonight. Once again, one of the most exciting prelim cards that we've had for quite some time, as it all leads up to A1 Combat 32, live on Fight Pass at 7 p.m. Pacific. Boy, the judges are really mulling it over here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, a very excited Callie Swarthout as we presumably await her first amateur victory here tonight.
Garrett Furtig has the scores. Let's go to him right now.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges at Kingside for the decision. Your first judge, Daniel Mobley, sees it 29-28, while judges Wayne Phillips and Wade Vera both see it 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Callie Swarthout.
Congratulations to Callie Swarthout, her first victory. That record is incorrect. She's certainly not 1-8. She now moves to 1-2. Tremendous performance tonight in front of a large number of fans.